All right, so get this. We asked you to send in anything and everything photography, and boy, did you deliver.
Yeah, we got a mountain of resources to dig through.
It is seriously impressive.
And you know what's really cool?
What's that?
It turns out there are so many ways,
Oh, yeah.
so many paths to success with photography beyond just, taking pretty pictures.
Way more than just snapping a good pic.
Right.
Like, I had no idea.
Exactly.
So that's what we're diving into today, how photographers are actually building real wealth.
Sustainable, profitable businesses.
We're talking landing those high-end clients, creating passive income streams.
Even scaling up to build a whole photography empire.
But before we jump into all that juicy stuff,
Yeah.
the sources all seem to agree on one crucial thing: mindset.
Absolutely. It's that shift from seeing yourself just as an artist to embracing the entrepreneurial side of photography.
Okay, so let's unpack this artist versus entrepreneur thing.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think a lot of us creatives struggle with that balance.
Well, imagine this. You've poured your heart into crafting stunning photographs, but then you stumble when it comes to pricing them or marketing your services.
Right.
That's where the entrepreneurial mindset comes in.
Makes sense. So it's about understanding the business side of things.
Exactly. It's about knowing your worth, building a brand, and having a smart financial strategy.
Right, like treating it like an actual business.
Yes, and those are skills that can be learned, just like mastering lighting or composition.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of creatives maybe have that mental block
Yeah.
that business stuff is like a separate world, but it's not. You can learn it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's dive into some of those money-making models the sources highlighted.
All right.
One that really caught my eye was attracting high-end clients.
Yeah, the big spenders.
What's the secret sauce there?
One source had a brilliant analogy. Think of it like creating a luxury brand experience.
Oh, okay.
It's not just about the quality of your photos, it's about the entire client journey.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Think personalized communication, premium packaging for your deliverables,
I like it.
and even showcasing aspirational lifestyles in your portfolio.
Makes sense.
It's about elevating the entire experience to match those premium prices.
So it's about selling a feeling, not just a product.
Precisely.
I love that.
Now, on the flip side, we have the appeal of passive income.
Ooh, yes, please.
And the sources had some interesting insights on how photographers are leveraging stock photography and licensing to generate consistent revenue.
Okay, I'll admit the idea of earning money while I sleep is pretty tempting.
Right.
But how does it actually work?
Think of it as creating visual assets that are in high demand.
Okay.
Stunning landscapes, perfectly styled food photography, diverse representations of people.
I see where you go.
These are all images that businesses and publications are constantly searching for.
So it's about understanding the market and creating content that, will sell.
Exactly. One source even emphasized the power of niche stock libraries,
Oh, interesting.
where photographers specialize in specific industries or themes like healthcare or technology.
Oh, that's a smart move.
Right.
You become the go-to expert for that particular niche,
Yeah.
which probably commands higher prices, right?
You got another source specifically mentioned files.fm as a platform for direct licensing.
Files.fm. Okay.
Imagine you have a stunning travel photo.
Okay.
You could license it directly to a travel agency or a magazine, earning a significant sum for exclusive usage rights.
Okay, now we're talking direct licensing. Sounds like where the big bucks come in.
It can be very lucrative.
But let's shift gears and talk about selling prints and wall art. Can photographers really make serious money in the fine art market?
Absolutely. One source pointed out that people are increasingly investing in high-quality prints to decorate their homes and offices.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And here's where it gets interesting. They emphasize the power of scarcity in pricing.
Scarcity, tell me more.
Think limited edition prints. By creating a sense of exclusivity and limiting the number of available prints, you can significantly increase their perceived value.
So it's basic economics, limited supply,
Yep.
high demand.
Exactly.
Clever. It makes those prints feel more like valuable art pieces than just, photos you can order online.
Exactly. It taps into that collector's mentality.
Smart.
Now let's talk about an avenue that blends creativity with sharing your knowledge, teaching, and mentorship.
I love this one. I've always fantasized about leading photography workshops in exotic locations.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine teaching composition techniques with the Tuscan countryside as your backdrop.
That sounds amazing.
Right.
The sources highlighted that not only is teaching incredibly rewarding, but it can also be very lucrative.
Okay.
Think about it. You've honed your skills, you have valuable knowledge to share, and there's a huge demand for photography education.
So how are photographers actually making money through teaching? Is it mainly workshops?
That's definitely one avenue, and the sources mention the potential for combining travel with education, leading those dream workshops in exotic locations.
Okay, that just moved to the top of my bucket list.
But even if you're not jet setting around the world, you can build a thriving teaching business online.
Oh, right, online courses and stuff.
Exactly. The sources mention platforms like Teachable, Udemy, and Skillshare, which allow you to reach a global audience.
And it's not just about teaching technical skills, right?
This is where it gets really interesting. One source emphasized that successful photography instructors don't just teach how to use a camera,
Oh,
they also offer business advice, marketing strategies, and even mindset coaching.
wow. So it's like a holistic approach to helping aspiring photographers succeed.
Exactly. And that kind of comprehensive support is a huge draw for those looking to turn their passion into a career.
Speaking of which, let's talk about a platform that's become synonymous with building a personal brand and connecting with a massive audience, YouTube.
Everyone's on YouTube.
It seems like every photographer these days has a YouTube channel.
It's true.
What makes it such a powerful tool for turning your passion into profit?
Well, first and foremost, it's about creating high-quality content that provides value to viewers.
Right.
Whether it's tutorials, gear reviews, behind-the-scenes vlogs, or inspirational stories, it's about giving people a reason to hit that subscribe button.
So it's not just about showing off your portfolio. It's about building a community and engaging with your audience.
Exactly. And once you have that engaged audience, the monetization possibilities open up.
Okay, tell me more.
We're talking ad revenue sponsorships, affiliate marketing, even selling your own products or services like presets or online courses.
Okay, so it's like building a whole ecosystem around your photography.
Yeah.
You're not just a photographer. You're a content creator, an educator, an influencer. The possibilities are endless.
Exactly. And it all starts with creating compelling content and building a loyal following.
I like it all right. Now let's talk about a realm of photography that might not be as glamorous as shooting fashion spreads,
Okay.
but it offers a consistent and reliable source of income, corporate and commercial work.
Ah, yes. The bread and butter for many photographers.
Yeah, I can see the appeal of that, especially for photographers looking for stability and predictability in their income.
Right.
What are some examples of corporate photography niches that are in high demand?
One source highlighted architectural photography as a particularly lucrative niche.
Oh, interesting.
Think about capturing stunning images of buildings and interiors for architects, real estate developers, and interior designers.
Oh, yeah. Those photos always look so sleek and sophisticated.
They do.
I bet those clients pay a pretty penny for high-quality images.
They do, and it requires a specific skill set.
I bet.
Mastering techniques like HDR and perspective control to create those visually striking images.
So it's not just about pointing and shooting, it's about understanding the technical aspects that appeal to those high-paying clients in the real estate and design industries.
Exactly. And then, of course, there's product photography,
Of course.
capturing everything from beautifully styled images for e-commerce websites to high-tech detailed shots for industrial catalogs.
And we can't forget about food photography. Those mouth-watering images that make you instantly crave a gourmet meal.
Oh, absolutely. Food photography is a booming niche, with photographers working with restaurants, food brands, and publications to create those visually enticing images that drive sales and engagement.
Okay, now I have to ask about event and sports photography. Those seem like such exciting and dynamic niches.
They definitely are, and the sources highlighted some of the unique challenges and rewards of these fast-paced fields.
What are some of the key takeaways?
Well, concert photography was mentioned as a niche where you can really capture the energy and excitement of live performances.
Oh, I bet those gigs are a blast.
They are, but also pretty demanding.
I can imagine.
It requires quick reflexes, technical expertise, and an understanding of stage lighting and composition to capture those epic moments in a split second.
Right, you can't exactly ask the band to pause mid-song for a reshoot.
Exactly. And then there's sports photography capturing those iconic game-winning shots and athlete portraits that convey the raw emotion and athleticism of competition.
Those images are always so powerful. What does it take to excel in that niche?
It requires a high level of skill knowing how to anticipate the action track, fast-moving subjects, and work under pressure.
It's like a whole other level of photography mastery.
It is, and those photographers command top dollar for their expertise and experience.
Well deserved.
So as you can see, there are so many diverse paths to success in photography.
It's mind-blowing.
It is.
I'm already feeling inspired just hearing about all these different possibilities.
I know, right?
But I imagine it can also feel overwhelming, especially for someone just starting out or trying to figure out their niche.
That's where that crucial mindset shift comes. In embracing the entrepreneurial side of photography means constantly learning, adapting, and seeking out opportunities that align with your passions and skills.
So what does all of this mean for our listener, the one who sent us this treasure trove of photography information?
It means they've got a world of possibilities at their fingertips. Whether they're just starting out or looking to take their photography business to the next level, there's a path for them.
That's great.
And it doesn't have to fit into any predefined mold.
So they can create their own unique blend of services and income streams.
Exactly. They could be a high-end wedding photographer who also teaches online courses, or a stock photography guru who runs a YouTube channel on the side, or a corporate photographer who specializes in architectural shots and also sells fine art prints.
So many options.
The key is to be strategic, focused, and persistent.
And to never stop learning, experimenting, and evolving.
Precisely. The photography world is constantly changing, so it's important to stay ahead of the curve. But most importantly, never lose sight of the passion that fuels it all.
That's the beautiful thing about photography, right?
Yeah.
It's both an art form and a business. You can express your creativity, capture precious moments, and build a fulfilling career all at the same time.
Absolutely. And speaking of building a fulfilling career, one aspect that can make or break your success is pricing your services effectively.
Ugh, yes, the dreaded P word.
And that's where we'll pick up in part 2 of our deep dive.
Stay tuned, we'll be back to tackle the often dreaded topic of pricing and delve into some strategies for scaling your photography business to new heights. Welcome back. I'm still thinking about all those different paths for photographers we talked about in the last part.
Yeah, there are so many ways to make a living with photography these days.
It's pretty incredible. And you know what I really liked?
What's that?
How it's not just about picking one thing.
Right.
Like you don't have to just be a wedding photographer or just do stock photos.
It's about finding your own unique blend.
Exactly. Like you could be a high-end wedding photographer who also licenses their images through stock platforms and teaches online workshops on the side.
Exactly. It's about leveraging your skills and passions in multiple ways.
So you can have multiple streams of income.
And create a career that you truly love.
That's the dream, right?
It is.
All right, so in the last part, we talked about attracting high-end clients, creating a luxury brand experience. But what does that actually look like in the real world?
One source had a great example. Think about those destination wedding photographers who specialize in capturing stunning images for affluent couples in exotic locations.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those photo shoots in Italy or on private islands.
Yeah.
Definitely screams luxury.
They're not just selling photography services.
Right.
They're selling an entire experience.
And their marketing reflects that, right?
Absolutely. Their websites, social media, even the language they use, all scream premium.
So it's about presenting yourself as a high-end brand from the very first interaction.
Precisely. It's about crafting a cohesive brand identity
Okay.
that attracts those high-paying clients who are looking for more than just a photographer.
I see.
They're looking for an artist who understands their vision and can elevate their special moments.
Makes sense. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we talked about passive income from stock photography.
Yeah.
Any inspiring examples of photographers who are absolutely crushing it in that realm?
Absolutely. One source highlighted the story of a photographer who built their entire business around creating stock images and footage that are in high demand.
Wow.
Think breathtaking landscapes, perfectly styled food photography, diverse representations of people in everyday situations.
So they're basically like visual entrepreneurs.
Exactly. They understand the market, they know what buyers are looking for, and they consistently deliver high-quality, commercially viable images.
That's smart. Now, what about teaching and mentorship?
Oh, there's so many great examples.
Are they standout stories?
One that really stood out was a photographer who transitioned from shooting to teaching
Wow.
and built a global audience through online courses, in-person workshops, and even intensive mentorship programs.
So they're not just sharing their technical knowledge, but also their business skills?
Yeah, they're helping other photographers build their own businesses.
That's so cool. Now, let's talk about YouTube.
Everyone's favorite platform.
It's not just for cat videos anymore.
No, it's not.
Photographers are turning their channels into full-fledged businesses. How are they doing it?
One key takeaway from the sources is the importance of building a large, engaged audience.
It makes sense.
And that means creating content that resonates with viewers.
Okay.
Whether it's in-depth tutorials, honest gear reviews, behind-the-scenes vlogs that offer a glimpse into your creative process, or even inspirational stories that connect on a personal level.
So it's about more than just showcasing your work.
It's about building a community around your brand
Yep.
and offering value to your audience.
And once you have that audience,
The monetization possibilities open up.
like what?
You can generate revenue through ads, secure sponsorships from brands that align with your niche, partner with companies through affiliate marketing, and even sell your own products or services like presets, workshops, ebooks, or online courses.
Wow, so many options. It's like building a whole ecosystem around your passion.
Exactly.
That's incredible. Now, let's talk about corporate and commercial work.
Okay.
We touched on this earlier, but can you give us some specific examples of photographers who are killing it in that realm?
One source highlighted the world of architectural photography, where photographers specialize in capturing stunning images of buildings and interiors for architects, real estate developers, and interior designers.
Oh yeah, I love those kinds of photos. They're always so sleek and sophisticated.
And I imagine those clients have pretty hefty budgets for high-quality visuals.
Definitely. And it's not just about having a good eye, right?
No, it also requires technical expertise.
Oh, that.
One source specifically mentioned the importance of mastering techniques like HDR and perspective control
Okay.
to create those visually striking images that appeal to high-end clients in the real estate and design industries.
It's fascinating to see how different skill sets are required for different niches.
It is.
It's not just about being a great photographer. It's about understanding the specific needs and expectations of your target market.
Absolutely. And another booming niche is product photography.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Think about all those beautifully styled shots you see on e-commerce sites or those high-tech images in industrial catalogs.
So important these days.
Product photography is everywhere.
It is, and we can't forget about food photography.
Oh, absolutely. Food photography is a highly specialized niche where photographers work with restaurants, food brands, and publications to create visually enticing images that drive sales and engagement.
Okay, now I have to ask about event and sports photography. They seem like such thrilling and fast-paced niches.
They definitely are.
What are some of the key insights from the sources?
Well, concert photography stood out as a niche where you can really capture the raw energy and excitement of live performances.
I bet those gigs are a blast.
But it's not for the faint of heart. It requires lightning-fast reflexes, deep technical expertise, and a solid understanding of stage lighting and composition.
So you need to be able to anticipate those epic moments and capture them in a split second.
Exactly.
And what about sports photography?
Sports photography is another high-energy field that demands a specific skill set.
Right, like those amazing action shots.
Capturing those iconic game-winning shots and athlete portraits requires not only technical mastery, but also a deep understanding of the sport itself.
So you need to be able to predict the action and position yourself perfectly to get that winning shot.
Exactly, and it takes years of practice and dedication to develop those instincts and reflexes.
It's incredible to see all the different ways photographers are using their skills.
There's so much talent out there.
But let's bring it back to our listener for a moment.
Okay.
They sent us all this information, eager to learn about how to turn their passion into a profitable career.
And what they should take away from all of this
Yeah, what's the main message?
is that they don't have to fit into any predefined mold. The beauty of photography is that there are so many paths to success.
I love that.
They can forge their own path.
Yeah, creating their own unique blend of services and income streams that align with their interests and goals.
Exactly. They could specialize in one specific niche or combine several different approaches. They could be a high-end portrait photographer who also licenses their work through stock platforms, or a commercial photographer who teaches online workshops on the side. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, so be creative, be entrepreneurial, and find what truly lights you up.
Exactly. But I think one of the biggest hurdles for many photographers, especially those who are just starting out, is figuring out how to price their services.
Yes, pricing. It's so tricky.
And that's where we'll pick up in part 3 of our deep dive.
Stay tuned. We'll be tackling the often dreaded topic of pricing and delving into some practical strategies for scaling your photography business to new heights. Okay, so we've talked about all these amazing ways to make money with photography.
So many options, right?
But now let's face the music and tackle the one thing that trips up so many photographers: pricing.
Pricing is definitely one of the biggest challenges for creatives.
It's like this weird mental block.
It is.
We love what we do,
Uh-huh.
so putting a price tag on it feels icky.
I know exactly what you mean, and the sources we've been looking at were very clear on this point.
Oh, yeah.
Underpricing yourself is the fastest way to sabotage your success.
Ouch. Okay, so how do we break free from that mindset and start charging what we're truly worth?
It starts with shifting your perspective.
Okay.
Instead of thinking of pricing as this arbitrary number you pull out of thin air, approach it like a business owner.
Like a CEO.
Exactly. One source emphasized the importance of understanding your costs.
Right. Like our equipment and software.
Yes, but it goes beyond that. You need to factor in your time, your marketing expenses, your business overhead, even things like taxes and insurance.
It's easy to forget about all those hidden costs.
It is, and they can really add up.
Okay, so it's not just about covering our expenses. It's about building a profitable business
Right.
that allows us to thrive, not just survive.
Exactly. And once you have a clear understanding of your costs, you need to determine your desired income.
Wait, hold up. Desired income.
Yes. What do you actually want to earn from your photography?
That's a good question. I think a lot of us creators are afraid to even ask that question.
I know it can feel uncomfortable, but it's crucial to have a clear vision of your financial goals.
So, like, do we want to replace our full-time income?
Exactly. Or do you want to travel the world while shooting?
Ooh, I like that one.
Do you want to build a team and create a photography empire? Your pricing needs to reflect your ambitions.
Okay, so dream big and price accordingly.
Precisely. And once you have those numbers in mind, you can use a simple formula that one source outlined.
Ooh, a formula. Tell me more.
It's your desired annual income plus your total business expenses divided by the number of shoots you can realistically handle per year.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that gives you a solid baseline for your pricing.
But remember, it's just a starting point. You can adjust it based on the type of shoot, the client, the usage rights, and other factors.
Absolutely. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Okay, so we've got our pricing figured out.
We're on a roll.
But then what happens when the clients start pouring in and we can't handle it all ourselves?
That's a great problem to have, and it's where scaling comes in.
Scaling, oh yeah, I've heard that term thrown around, but I'm not really sure what it means in practice.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Think about all the tasks that are eating up your time, but don't require your unique creative vision. Things like editing, retouching administrative tasks, even social media management.
Yes, editing can be such a time suck.
It can, and that's where outsourcing comes in.
Outsourcing. So hiring other people to help us?
Exactly. By delegating those tasks to skilled professionals, you free up your time and energy to focus on what you do best.
Like shooting, attracting clients, growing our business.
Precisely.
Okay, but where do we find these magical helpers?
There are tons of resources out there. Freelance platforms like Upwork and Fiverr are great places to find editors, virtual assistants, social media managers.
And what about for more photography-specific tasks, like retouching or second shooting?
There are online communities and networks specifically for photographers where you can connect with talented individuals who can support your business.
Awesome. So it's like building a team even if we're a solopreneur.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be a huge financial investment. You can start small, outsourcing just a few tasks, and scale up as your business grows.
Okay, that makes it feel less overwhelming.
It's all about taking it one step at a time.
Now, another scaling strategy that caught my eye was brand partnerships and sponsorships.
Ah, yes, the glamorous side of scaling.
Tell me more.
Imagine getting paid to showcase cool gear and products that you already love and use.
That would be amazing. It's like the ultimate win-win.
It is. You get to work with brands you admire, and your audience gets introduced to awesome products.
Well, how do we get on those brands' radar? Do we just sit back and wait for them to find us?
One source emphasized the importance of being proactive. Don't wait for opportunities to fall into your lap. Reach out to brands that align with your style and values. Pitch yourself, showcase your work and your audience.
Okay, so craft a killer pitch and just go for it.
Exactly. Let your passion shine through.
All right, so we've talked about outsourcing. We've talked about brand partnerships.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the ultimate scaling move, building a photography agency.
This is where things get really exciting.
Right, going from solo photographer to run a whole team.
Imagine taking on bigger projects, expanding into new areas like video production, or offering a wider range of photography services.
That's the dream, but it also sounds a little scary.
It definitely takes a certain type of personality and skill set to be a successful agency owner.
Yeah.
You need to be a strong leader, a savvy business person, and a master of delegation.
So it's not just about taking pretty pictures anymore.
It's about building a brand, managing a team, and creating a vision for your business.
Okay, so let's say we've mastered pricing. We're scaling like pros. What's next?
The long game.
The long game. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're not just talking about making money right now. We're talking about building lasting wealth.
Exactly. It's about financial security for the future.
Retirement savings, investments, all that good stuff.
And the sources emphasized a few key principles.
Okay. Good.
First, save consistently. Even if it's a small amount each month, make it a habit.
Got it. Pay yourself first.
Second, invest wisely. Seek professional advice. Diversify your portfolio, and don't be afraid to take calculated risks. Reinvest in your business, upgrade your equipment when necessary, invest in education and training, hire coaches and mentors to help you level up your skills in your business.
So it's a balancing act, saving for the future while also investing in the present.
Exactly. And remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, be consistent, and stay focused on your long-term goals.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
From finding your niche to pricing your services to scaling your business and building wealth.
It's all about taking your photography career to the next level.
So what's the one message we want to leave our listener with?
That they have the power to create a successful and fulfilling photography career, one that's both creatively satisfying and financially rewarding.
It all starts with believing in yourself, treating your photography like a business, and taking consistent action towards your goals.
And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Enjoy the process, celebrate the wins, learn from the challenges, and never stop exploring the possibilities.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So to all you photographers out there,
Yeah.
keep shooting, keep hustling, and keep chasing those dreams.
And if you ever need a dose of inspiration, just remember this: deep dive.
You've got this.
You do.
That's a wrap for this deep dive into the world of photography as a business work. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep creating magic.